Hello,
Good morning, everyone.
guys. We're on a train right now. We feel so awkward.
Welcome back to the
Be
Be
so
So
for real
For Real
podcast.
podcast.
Oscar's literally doing ASMR right now. Like,
And I'm like, hey,
hello.
everyone.
This is so pretty. Okay, so we decided to film on a train because it's giving vibes.
Yeah, and
And
like we wanted to switch up the scenario,
yeah,
and we like wanted to do it in New York, but the only time that we really had it was during the train.
yeah. No,
So
like literally, it's New Year's, guys. We're going to Times Square at like 4 p.m., which is actually like probably the worst, not worst time to go. It's just gonna be so packed. So we have no idea what we're getting into, but we have an hour and a half left of this train ride, and a lot has changed
a
in the
lot has changed since the
past.
last podcast.
When was the last podcast?
That was before just like Christmas.
That was like December 20th,
Yeah.
and now it's like December 28th.
And
no,
now it's 2024.
no, no, and see you next year. Smart. Anyways, so okay, let's just start with what we've been doing for the past week, essentially. Like what you've been doing, because I went to Connecticut, but I'll talk about that after.
Like our peaks and our lows.
Yeah, you could do that.
Our peaks and our lows. Peaks and our
But piece
pits.
of our fits, he'll never get that
I don't
right.
know. I'm like trying to. Oh, bitch. You'll never get it right.
Shut
Okay. Actually, you start first. You start first with your peaks. Because I started first last time.
Okay, true. Well, I mean, I went to Connecticut, so I'm on the East Coast. That's kind of giving me the ick right now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've no. Oh my gosh, I literally. It's so funny. Like, sorry, like sidetrack. It's so funny. Like trying to do the whole like podcast influencer narrative like on the East Coast.
No, no.
It's giving like the most like imposter syndrome ever. Like, why am I talking on a fucking train right now? I don't know. But anyways, this week has
But
been
it's
weird.
like so like I've never seen anyone like do a whole fucking podcast.
No, I
on the
know, on a
train.
train. Literally, I feel like that's cool. But I've been in Connecticut for a week now, or like a week and a half, I'd say. The first week was good. I was with my family all the time. I went to a cabin for Christmas, but I feel like I just like I don't know. Like I talked about this a little bit on Snapchat, but I feel like I stay outgrowing my family all the time, and it's just been like a weird thing to navigate. But you came, Lewis came, and now we're going to New York. So this is like the second part of my Connecticut week, which is like the more friends vibe.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's gonna like
I like how
heal
you
it.
literally texted me. What was it? It was just like I think you called me.
Wait, yeah. Can we just talk about how Oscar's literally in New York right now, like, or in Connecticut?
Like this is so random, y'all.
Yeah,
Because
like,
you had texted me. I think you were like, "Bitch, come to New York." And I was like, at first I was like a little like, "Let's be so for real." Like
yeah,
that's so random. Like it's such last notice, like very last notice. Like I
yeah.
think it was
No, it was
hours.
like hour. No, it was like a day before.
It was like a day
It was like
before.
6 seconds before. No, I'm kidding. No, he literally was like the day before, and I had been kind of like bringing it up to Oscar. I was like, "Oh my gosh, bitch, come to New York." Da, da, da. I knew Lewis was gonna come, so I was like, "Oh, we could all go have fun." But Oscar was kind of like entertaining it, but not like executing it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then you go, you.
And then I literally just ended up getting my ticket last minute, and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna start spending money, then might as well buy my first class trip over here.
No, he's so funny. The minute Oscar spends like $10, it's his excuse to spend like $100. Like literally, he rounds up. He rounds up like times 100% though. And like
100.
literally, there was a flight for like $600, and then I was like, oh, like he's like, oh, who was that with? I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, okay, like he went on Delta first class. Like I'm screaming, and then I picked him up at the airport. Bitch, I literally can't believe you're here. Did your parents care or anything?
No,
They didn't
I
say
literally just
anything.
told him. I was like, oh, it's like if you need money, like we can help you. And I was like, oh,
Oh, they
shit.
said that. Did
Yeah.
they give you any money?
I mean, they don't care if I like leave like Cali. I think they want me to leave. Oh,
They're
think
like,
want me to-
adios, niño.
No,
Queremos
my mom-
foquear.
I
Wait,
know
I'm
my-
joking.
bitch. My mom literally said she wants me to like start exploring. So
But I love that.
and I
She's
think
so
one of my
sweet.
New Year's resolutions is like going exploring for next year.
Yeah, like out of California.
Exactly. Start
Have
spending
you-
more money into like going out.
How many times have
Like,
you been out of
traveling.
California?
Oh, girl, a lot.
Well,
But like not.
you said I want to start exploring. I've never seen anything. I've never let my hair down. Like talking about some tango that shit. Yeah, I'm like, where did you go then?
I've gone to like Mexico. I've gone to Honduras.
Okay.
I've gone to Washington. This is my second time here in New York.
Okay.
But I was like a little baby when I was here, so I couldn't experience the club life and everything.
Like how, baby?
Girl, I was like middle school. I was like 12,
Oh wow.
so I couldn't
Yeah,
even
no.
do anything.
I feel like New York, when you go for touristy things, is a whole different experience than when you go to just exist with friends, have fun, go to the bars, go to clubs. Literally, it's New Year's tonight. Like we have no idea what's. We
We're like
literally have no
hours
idea what
away
we're
from
doing.
like New Year's.
I think we're just gonna like walk around like Manhattan and like just go to different bars and clubs and see what's over there. But oh, I just like the fucking microphone. Wait, oh, tell them how you're going to Mexico next week.
Oh yeah, so this is one of the things that I was kind of debating whether or not I should even come because I'm literally gonna go to Mexico and I'm like not trying to like do the whole like sick narrative because I do get sick over here.
Ooh.
So
Ooh, let's fast.
so I was like, let me just.
Can
So-
they like relax with this whole train narrative? Like we're trying to film. Sorry.
And then I was like, let me just buy a ticket to. Oh, because my cousins invited me to Mexico, and I was like, oh yeah, like I'm looking kind of down, and they were like for 2 weeks, and low-key I've been needing like a little bit of a retreat, especially because of recent things that have happened in my life.
which we will get
Which,
to.
yeah, but we'll get to. Um, so I think this is why another reason why I even chose to come to New York because I think I really needed like an escape,
Yeah, I get
like a
that.
little bit of a retreat and like just take time for myself too.
Bitch, Oscar has been through the ringer, let's just say.
Yeah.
And but we'll get into that. But I do think it's good that you came to New York because I feel like just leaving the state that you're in is just always like an immediate refresh. And
Yeah.
also LA is just so toxic. The narrative is just like getting old.
Our ADHD right now. We were talking about our
I
peak
don't give a
time.
fuck. I'm like, y'all listen to no? I'm kidding no. No, I feel like with the podcast, and we've known this, like every time we start a podcast, we're like a little bit cloudy, and then when we get in, we're just
Yeah.
but like right now we're just getting everything that we need to get off.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, you're in New York. He's literally going to Mexico right after, which is like crazy. It's making me want to like book a trip to fucking Hawaii next week, and I fear that we're gonna be in like our different coast eras.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like this is like our traveling year.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
just definitely want to like spend more money on like exploring.
Yeah.
Like I spent too much money at WeHo.
No,
All,
that's okay.
if I saved up all that money on WeHo, I would
Yeah.
have been
No, and that's
to
so frustrating to think about, but at the same time, that's fun. That's a
yeah.
definition of fun to you.
No, yeah,
To you? I'm
yeah.
kidding.
I'm like to you,
No,
but
to
not
a
for
lot of
me.
people, and like I feel like, because I've said that too. I'm like, I was talking to my mom. I was like, I want to get a bigger apartment, and she's like, make sure you can afford it. I'm like, bitch. First of all, relax. Second of all, if you like put your money to something else, it'll like make you not spend it on like WeHo or like like new clothes or
Because I'm
like
just like,
getting a
oh
drink.
shit, like I already spent a lot of money.
Like you have so much more money than you think
Exactly.
because of like the times we all go out, and like I understand that that's the same with me. But you went to WeHo right before your flight.
Well, honestly, like okay, so I didn't realize.
Oscar always goes to WeHo before his flights, like every single right.
Well, yeah.
I think like two
Well,
times or
the
something.
past 2 times, yeah.
That's so funny.
Well, it's because I always go early, and then especially for this one, I was hella early. My flight was at 11:50, and then we had left my house like at 5 p.m. So like, let's just make a quick pit stop, and
And he
then
went to WeHo with another boy named Pablo, which I think is so fucking funny. No, I'm kidding. But he has a friend named
we start
Pablo.
fighting in the
I remember
train.
the one time I was like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Pablo." He's like, "What's your name?" I was like, "Pablo." Huh.
You're just like,
Like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is my dream. No, I'm kidding. But isn't that like Call Me by Your Name type shit?
wait, what?
Have you ever watched Call Me by Your
Oh
Name?
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have tea about Call Me by Your Name. I don't know if I've
You're like, I
told
was
you
supposed to be in
this.
the video.
This is all alleged though because I'm like scared of the narratives and the narratives and the narratives and the narratives and the narratives. Wait, a lot. Anyways, so basically, I know somebody that knows somebody. Basically, somebody in my hometown, whatever. Do you know Call Me by Name? You said yes. Sorry, my ADHD's all over the place. Yeah. So you know the guy, like the older guy in it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he like dated someone in my hometown.
What the heck?
And apparently, like allegedly, when they were like dating, like a lot of scary, freaky shit happened, and she like exposed him for it. And now he like lost like a lot of his movie deals and kind of like lost a big part of his career. I'm gonna tell you what it is, but no, I know it's like scary. You guys can look it up, but it was like this whole thing. Obviously, we support her, obviously, but it was just like, whoa.
Oh my
He's like,
god.
please stop filming in aisle 3. No, 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 no.
I was like, oh
No. Wait, are you scared of all the people around you?
huh?
Are you scared of all the people around you?
No.
There's just like there's a lot going on, you guys. But we're literally filming already. It's fine. They're walking into us filming,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, let's not say that.
Oh.
Oh, wait, guys, give us 1 second as we adjust. I feel bad like all these people, but whatever.
Yeah, we have to
Okay.
prioritize our podcast.
No, literally, because guys, we're not gonna be able to film like in New York or in Times Square or like at the clubs, bars type
Yeah.
stuff. So I feel like
I think the train is the best spot for us to do our podcast.
we're like literally, guys. I don't think it's like we're like in an earthquake right now. Like the train's like moving and
I
shit.
know. Wait, honestly, okay. I think what we can talk about is the changes that have happened, like from the last podcast.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get too into it because I don't know if this person wants their
Oh gosh.
They deal-
This is like our first moment when we're like not first, but like when we're talking about something like for real, and then we're like, I don't know. Keep going. Sorry.
what?
Like when someone else is involved,
Oh yeah,
but it's fine. It's not like it's just like a basic. It's like a canon event. Like it's
Yeah.
your Roman Empire.
yeah.
Okay, so
So I think it's just so me and this person that I was talking to that I was saying in the podcast we had ended things because things that were out of our control. I think we both realized that it wasn't going to work in the long run because things that were out of our control, which is so sad. Like, I don't want to get too into it. I don't want to get like, because again, I don't know if this person wants their like stuff on like out there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, sadly, like it had an end and it was out of our control, and I got really sad to the point where I literally like went like MIA for like a week.
Oh yeah, guys, it was bad because you guys saw on the other podcast like Oscar was in love or like in love in
Yeah,
fake love. I don't know, but
but it was like I just never had to end things. So I was thinking about it, and I was like, I never had to end things with someone where we both like each other. Because I feel like when you end something with someone, and it's like most of the time it's gonna end with like hatred or something.
yeah,
It's gonna end with like, oh, I hate you,
yeah,
which
yeah.
makes it easier for someone to move on. I'm like, whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
before.
whoa.
No, but I was like, I feel like it makes it easier to like move on if when you're mad at someone after a breakup.
Yes, and a lot of people think it's easier the other way. They just want to be on good terms. But
Yeah,
I do think,
because like it's like okay, like we're broken up now, and like I'm not gonna cry over you because like fuck you. Like you hurt my feelings, like it's over.
yeah,
But when it's something like you guys still like each other and you guys just ended things for the better of like your guys' emotions and like the
in
long run,
society.
yeah, in society, because which is want to be
Oh, let's not. Wait, I
but
need to. I say that because of my girls, Wendy and Eve. Let's just be for real. Anyways,
oh,
I like need to like be clear because
name
I
drop.
like it's. You're so stupid, bitch. Alright, go.
No, but
The
oh
first
yeah,
name drop of the pod.
I
We
know.
love her.
Oh, we love Wendy.
Okay.
Wendy and Eve, Adam and Eve. No, but yeah, like I think it was just really hard. And then I Pablo took me out to go like escape room and went to go drink, and it was good. I feel like it was
I was
distracting
like,
my
yeah, we
mind.
drank and blacked out and took try. Like,
Yeah,
kidding.
like it was good, but like I think once I got home,
You
I
get
rem-
sad again.
I got sad again, and I was like telling Pablo like the next day, I was like, "Bitch, like I'm entering my depressive episode again."
Yeah. No, but can I? Okay, I'm gonna give my 2 cents on this situation,
Yeah,
and it's probably could be right or wrong. I don't know, or half and half, whatever. But I feel like one, like having a gay relationship to begin with, it's harder to be so open and expressive with each other and like ready to be like open and like committed from the start. And like, so this guy and Oscar had been talking months ago, like in the beginning of the year, and they never really like worked out. They never made the click right away, and they kept doing their own things. So then when they like re-linked months and months later, it was so easy to be like, okay, we're good. We waited. We like, like we went through all this time, so we must still like each other if we still want to do something,
yeah,
which got you guys like into a relationship that felt like if it was like 2 weeks old, it felt like 5 months or six
yeah,
months, because you guys had already been talking. So like that's already an immediate like way to feel more committed to somebody, which isn't bad, but like it's just the truth. And then also like you guys seem to be very okay with meeting each other's family. Like I was watching the other podcast and he literally like met your mom. And like not only is that big for you, but that's big for him to be like okay with that. So you guys both kind of like implemented this like seriousness and like like this is gonna be what it is.
yeah,
And then when you guys both kind of realized, like for the first time, that you guys had some different like future goals, it was like, wait, I thought we were like perfect. I thought like like you weren't thinking this, but like subconsciously, like that's where your brain is kind of going. It's like, wait, I thought we already knew all this about each other, but it makes sense that you didn't because it's only been like
yeah.
you know or
Like
like a
like
month.
yeah, like
Yeah.
2 months, yeah.
So
Yeah, but honestly, I feel way better now. I feel like before when I would talk about it, I would like get sad. But I feel like now it's just like things happen, and then I think we both like thought in our heads of like the possibility of us ending up back together, but
yeah.
we just didn't say because we don't want. We also don't want to keep that like idea in our head. Bitch, are you
Well,
like you like zoned out? Yeah, a little bad right now. You're like,
I zoned out. Oh well, first of all, I'm high. Like hello, but also no, I'm listening. I'm like listening to how some boots are. Wait, what? Yeah, that whole situation made me sad for you, obviously, because Oscar was down bad, y'all, down bad. Like he was like calling me, and he was like, I'm like, bitch, what's wrong? Him and his wife beater in bed all day. I'm like, oh, he's down bad, y'all. Someone get him with that wife beater to WeHo instead.
bitch.
But no, yeah, I'm glad you got out of that, and it's honestly like a nice thing to know for you, especially because I told this to Oscar. He can get in a relationship. His worry isn't that he isn't capable of being loved. Like that's not his worry. So that's like a big like blessing and like an amazing thing to like go into life with. Like like you're not like thinking like, oh, like am I never gonna be with someone again? Like no, that's not what the thought is. It's more
Yeah,
so like just healing from this past
yeah,
relationship and like moving on and like seeing it for what it was and not like what it could be. And thank you
Wow, that
to
was like
no,
so therapeutic.
no,
And thank
literally,
you
but
for we started doing an advertisement, and thank you
no, you're
for.
like thank you for reopening that wound of mine. Now I'm gonna go cry.
I don't know. I need to go home.
No, but Oscar is gonna get receive down boots in New
I
York.
know, literally.
No, guys, because I don't know like the whole narrative of New York because I've only been out there once, but I feel like there's like a different energy there, and I'm scared of that. But we'll see. Literally tonight we're going. Like we're going out tonight.
Like I know, literally.
We
And
don't
we're
even
like
know
hours
where.
away from New York.
Well, probably like an hour and 10 minutes now, but we don't even know where we're going. I'm like scared about that. Anyways, I do want to talk about some stuff that like kind of happened like before I left Connecticut because I did realize like I don't know why I felt like we well it's because we posted it like the week later, but anyways, there really has been a lot that's like been going on like in my personal like life. I feel like with like the whole like I don't know like just the whole LA narrative. Like I'm like I feel like I'm just like outgrowing everything, bitch. Like I feel like I'm over LA. Like I don't know. It's just like, especially being here in Connecticut, like every time I talk to a family member or something, like I really be feeling like I'm so like out of place here. Like, you know what I mean? Like when my sister was in the car yesterday and she was kind of like laughing at how we were talking and like existing and everything like that. Like, I feel like I'm over that narrative. Like, I'm just trying to be normal, y'all. Like, I swear, like in New York is like this is gonna be my moment to
Yeah.
like ground it. Like, look at me, guys. I literally have like double sleeves. Like, I'm showing no skin. Like in LA, I'd be like, whoop, like armpits out, like
No,
short
literally.
shorts. But like here, we're conservative, we're cute, we're chill.
We're Republican.
No, bitch. Oh,
Everyone's
I'm like,
like,
boom, 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 name drop.
name drop.
No, um,
That's going in the highlights.
you're so. But do you have anything to talk about? I literally wrote a list of things I want to talk to you about.
Yeah, I do want to talk about. Um, I was thinking we should talk about like things that we want to go into the new year with.
Oh yeah, that's cute. Wait, let me just. Wait, you can go first. I'm just.
Okay. One of like my main ones, obviously, that I said was like I want to go out and explore. Um,
Mhm.
that's one of like the main ones. I don't say that as a New Year resolutions because like that's something that I know for sure it's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
Yeah. So I think focusing on like my fitness goals.
yeah.
That's like my main
That's a
one.
good. That's like a good one to have
Yeah.
because it's very secure. Like,
Exactly. Like actually sticking to it and getting like like start working with my personal trainer again because I just be in and out. And it's just like I really want to just focus in on that, and then
yeah, I feel like once you get locked into it, you like won't stop.
yeah, um, obviously leave things that are in the past, as like
Yeah,
if that's jobs, if that's relationships, if that's things that
trauma,
are just things
scariness.
that aren't in there. I know that's pretty basic, but it's so true. Things
No,
that aren't worth it anymore. It's just
yeah,
like to just leave
it's
it.
like the easiest thing to get caught up in the past. And recently, what I've been doing is like anytime I think about the past and it overwhelms me, I immediately like in my head like see a spinning cycle and like kind of like try going forward instead of going backwards and like get myself out of that because it's so easy to like just lose yourself in the past and like live in the present type vibes.
Exactly. So I think that was one. Also, not like the truth is like I feel like when I entered my whole era, I feel like I was out and about, and it was just for everyone. I think one of the main things I do want to do now is just like really just settle down and like relax on that narrative.
Yeah, I get that.
You know
That's a
what I
good
mean?
one. I like that. But also, you're young and like you're attractive. You're in LA, so it's like don't hold yourself too much to it. Like like still.
But I was an extreme bitch.
Oh yeah, like yeah. Well, actually, I don't really know. I'm like, what's your body count? No, I'm kidding. Wait, whisper your body count to me,
Huh?
and I'll whisper my body count to you.
Okay.
Actually, it
Yeah.
has to be real though. Don't cut
Bitch.
off like 8.
I'm like, well,
Okay.
then that makes it go to the
Wait,
negative.
you guys are about to see our reactions. I don't think we've ever.
I don't think we ever said.
I don't think we've ever told each other
Oh
a
my
body
God.
count. You're so.
I'm like, do the shot.
Yeah. Okay. I think- we're like. Okay.
We're like,
Okay. Wait. So.
okay, go first.
Okay. Oh, bitch! You said that so loud. Okay. Bitch, you're gonna laugh. That's crazy. We literally have the same.
Just one number
Like
off.
one number. Wait, am I more? Oh, I'm such a hoe. I should have went one down.
You like just run it down.
No, I'm kidding. No, it's not that bad though. But it's not that bad. It's only
It's a good minute.
no a good what?
Good minute.
Oh gosh, I'm scared. Okay, well, so
What do
like
you
yeah.
want to go to New Year's with?
Wait. Sorry. Before, what do you want to end your like life with?
Oh, bitch. You're like, how do you want to end your
No, no,
life? How
no,
much?
no, no. No, like what body
What
count do
the
you want
hell?
to end your life with? Like what number?
Bitch, we only have one night.
What?
We only have one night.
Bitch, no, not in New York, in your life. Like I'm saying, like you told me your body count, which was bleep, and then I'm saying how many more like would you
Oh,
like want to have in your life? Like just one more, like you want that one more to be the person? Because
well,
like
let's be
I
so
would,
for real. Let's be so for real. I'm so young. I'm literally barely 21,
yeah.
bitch. So I think I say like probably like five more, 5 to 10 more. That's
That's
so
so no,
good.
it's not bad, but it's funny because people like I know, especially in Connecticut, like their body counts were like one or two, because
It's
like
like so secluded over here. Like,
yeah.
we're gonna fuck your cousin or
But you're
what?
saying like probably like 5 or 10 more. Like people like die with like three bodies.
They were like, please.
Like
What's over here? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, fuck your cousin? Like, there's just like nobody here.
no, yeah, there isn't. Like there's well, yeah. I'm kind of scared, y'all. Actually, people be like fucking on the DL and like don't include it in their body counts. Anyways, that's not. Oh,
Oh,
can I relax? Can I literally relax? No, like I need to. I like literally have never said that. Like I don't know what's going on right
okay.
now.
You need to like talk about your New Year's resolution.
Oh, well, okay. I feel like my biggest New Year's resolution. I have two, three. One, my body. I want to be strong, muscular, a little bigger. Two, I want to model. I really want to be a model. I keep like taking like these pictures on Instagram thinking I'm eating, and like you guys like them, so I'm kind of like, okay, let me keep going. And also, I fuck with like kind of just creating like a concept and then doing it really quickly. Like I like quickly.
No, they're really good.
Yeah, and Lewis helps me with them. He always helps me take pictures, which is cute. But yeah, so I've been doing that. I want to get into more like actual photography, modeling and stuff. And then the third one is just travel. I want to be in Hawaii like at least like I want to be go to Hawaii and to Mexico this year. Like those are my two things I want to go to. And oh, we're like still like an hour away. But yeah, so those are my New Year's resolutions, and I feel like those are pretty feasible. I feel like the both of us are pretty feasible.
Yeah, that's those are. I think we have really good New Year's resolutions. I
Yeah.
also like the podcast too.
Oh yeah, the
It's
podcast
for
definitely.
sure.
Well, I mean, I feel like that just like is one of those things where it's like we just do it consistently.
And just branching out.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
think this
it's
is for
self.
both of us. Like, I think it's just like really like putting ourselves out
Yeah,
there.
like it's like right now, like we're literally on a fucking train, guys. Like this, like there's we're literally packed by people. But think about it, like in 3 years when we're fucking famous, we can like do like a sold out show to like 1,000 people because like we
Yeah.
learn on a train, and I just think that's the
And that's
vibes.
iconic. Like,
Yeah,
no
I
one's
was
ever.
literally gonna say something so like crazy. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say like the podcast narrative. Like I feel like to me, like that's like a given to us because we just like think about it. Like we're going to New York, we're like, oh, we have to film. Like so, it's like a thing that we've just kind of been integrating into our lives and shit.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to just like start the new year with that intention because I feel like every year I have a different era. Like 2021 was like, oh no, 2020 was like my college era, and then 2021 was like my beginning of LA acting era, and then 2022 was like my influencer era. 2023 was like my business owner entrepreneur era, and 2024 is my modeling era. How would you give your eras for the past 3 years?
Um, 2020. I'm like 2020 was my toxic relationship era.
Yeah.
That was really bad. 2021 was my promotion era. 2022 is my damn. What happened last year? I don't even remember.
2022.
2020 was like spending most of the time with my family. To be
Okay, T.
so family era, and
Yeah.
then last year
This
or
year.
this year, I think it was like going out, having
Yeah.
fun,
It's like you're
like
like
really just
like your fun party Oscar era. I
yeah.
like that for
That was
you.
really cute.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fun.
and like we met.
Oh,
We're like
in the arms of an angel.
I was singing "Open Arms" by SZA.
Open, open. I'm like, can I please sing a song for you? Can I please sing a song? Okay, I have something to tell you because wait, I think I already told you this. Oh, I did tell you this. Okay, well, basically, on my flight here, it was like a whole dramatic mess, and Oscar was telling me how he got first class. Personally, I can never sit in the front of a plane because I'm terrified if it crashes, I'm gonna be like nose deep into the ocean or nose deep into the ground. I literally will never take the front. I will wait the extra time for TSA. I will.
That's the first time I've ever heard someone like say that.
No, no, it's a. There's multiple fears. Like I don't know if I should get into them, but like that's like one of my biggest ones. Like I always need to be literally like the last row, if anything, on the fucking plane. I don't care if I have to wait, whatever, whatever. So when I got on my plane, I was like the last one. I barely made it. I literally was like 10 minutes late to the plane. I don't know how they let me on, but I got on, got to my seat, and this lady right next to me was giving me a hard time. She was telling me that she wanted me to switch with her husband, which obviously I want to, or her boyfriend, which obviously like I want to help as much as I can. But the guy was literally in the front of the plane, like love you to death, but I'm not going in the front of the plane. Like I have so much anxiety. So I was trying to like kind of like talk to her and like kind of like be like, oh no, sorry, without being disrespectful because I felt bad. When I said no to her, she immediately like wanted her phone and started like texting her boyfriend, being like, "What the fuck? This kid next to me won't fucking move." Like being so aggressive. That already made me so anxious because I'm like, now I'm gonna be in a plane for like 6 hours with this random woman in the air who's sitting next to me. Like I
Yeah.
feel like uncomfy now. So then I was
Especially
like,
because you had scoops.
yeah, and I had my cat too, and like it was so chaotic. So then I was like, you know what, fuck it, whatever. Like I'll switch, whatever. So I get the lady, I'm like, can we switch? And then she's like, 1 second, and then the girl was like, oh no, no, you don't need to do it. You don't need. She's like texting her boyfriend, like, come back now. Like he's moving. Thank God he's moving. Then the guy comes back. And then it was a whole chaotic moment with the flight attendant. She didn't want me to move anymore. I was like, Shadow was being crazy. I was like, you know what? I'm not moving anymore. And it was just so dramatic, and I felt so bad. But that like gave me anxiety. I couldn't even sleep the whole entire flight because I hate being like I hate saying no to people first of all, but I also hate like saying yes when I have a lot of anxiety. So I think that was like a good moment for me, if anything, because it like told me I can still say no,
Yeah.
even if it complicates things for someone else. Sometimes like it's okay to be selfish like that 1% of the time, and like usually I'd be like okay, and then be in the front of the like plane like nibbling my fingers and shit. But anyways, I stayed in the back, got home, and that was fun. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like planes for me are just like always scary.
Yeah.
Like do you get scared of planes?
No,
No, not at
I
all.
like the vibe.
Like it's a good little
Yeah.
moment.
I think I just love the vibe of like the whole narrative of like just flying.
Wait, we're so funny because like we're like explaining why we love the vibe, and we're like just a narrative, and like we love and we stand and like wait, there's people
I
walking.
know. I feel like this thing is about to get packed.
What?
I think it's gonna come to the point where we're like, you're gonna have to stay here.
No.
You don't think so?
Oh gosh, because that'd be so awkward. No way. I don't think I've ever had that. I don't think I've. Wait, do you think that's what's happening?
Yeah, because I think the only seats available are this ones.
Wait, guys, let's be so for real 1 second. We're just like watching around us right now. Oh, well, people are kissing, so they're still in love. They're so happy. So that's all that matters.
But I think we might have to end this podcast a little bit early.
Okay, yeah, we honestly might, guys. This is like a quick little like train podcast for you guys
But I think
because
we did talk about like most things.
I mean it was just like an update vibe. Like
Yeah.
like we were both in California. We both filmed. We took a little like week moment. Oscar was like going through some things. I was going through some things. The things I was mainly going through were just like kind of like trying to get everything in check for when I go to Connecticut because I like get nervous whenever I come to Connecticut. So I like really have to prepare myself because oh my gosh, actually I hate how they're talking over me. It feels so disrespectful even though I know it's like what am I doing? I'm like, why are you talking over me? But I've always been that person. So like whenever I go somewhere, whether it's like a new state, a new country, a new anything, I always have to like prepare myself for when I go there. Like literally, like before I go, I have to like think in my head like I'm about to be in Florida, like I'm about to be in New York, so that when I get to New York, I don't like disassociate and like because sometimes like especially for you, like you were just in LA like last week.
Yeah.
Like literally, or not last week. You were literally just in LA like 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and now you're in Connecticut, and it's like your brain isn't like able to like understand where you are so fast.
No, it's definitely so crazy. Because like I feel like it's so different. It's so different. Like I'm like please, like LA and Connecticut are so different, and especially growing up in LA, like coming over here, it's like what am I looking at? I'm like I'm over here looking at dead trees.
Well, they keep saying things like, "Oh my gosh," like talking about how it looks here. I'm like, is it that different? But I think I'm just used to it. But no, it's really, guys, like just nothing. It's like literally nothing. Well, actually, it's like trees and grass, but it's like all
Dead
dead right
trees.
now. Like
Like,
it scares. Give me like Coraline Spooky era
giving like
vibes.
Taylor Swift like album cover era.
No, literally. But yeah, so like now I'm in Connecticut. We prepared ourselves. I got myself there. And then Oscar last minute decided to come here. You know, it's a good little trip for him to get his head back in the game, to kind of like get back in the scene, East
Yeah.
Coast scene. He's looking for some East Coast dick. That's not.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, guys! And with that, let's fucking end the podcast because I'm gonna fucking get like
And we don't know where we're
copyrighted.
gonna end up tonight, honestly, y'all.
No, that's the scary part. And honestly, I don't know. We're staying with Lewis's friend. He was gonna like bring us to like this one like Latino club, but I feel like I don't know.
It's $100 to get in, y'all. Like
How much you said?
100.
Oh, I thought you said 20 for a second. Yeah, it's $100, but it's
You're
open
like, let's
bar.
go.
No, but I don't know if like $100 for open bars. I know it's like affordable to some extent, but also like that's only one place.
Yeah.
Like I can never stay at one place. I
And
feel
it's also
I
like
get
we're so
bored.
used to WeHo where you can like if you're like not feeling the vibe, you can just hop to the other one. You know what I mean? If we're free.
I'm trying to think actually like what's gonna actually happen tonight. Like we don't have any idea.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should go to like drop off our bags and then see the narrative. Cause
Yes, but if we drop off our bags, then we're gonna have to stay. Oh, well, that's fine actually.
Yeah, then we should be like, oh, like we'll decide later or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I just we'll see
This
what
is
the
a cute
vibes
little
are.
catch up podcast.
Well, we're
though.
literally ending up in Times Square though, so we need to take that into account too.
Oh yeah.
Like if we want to go to like where that person is, we're gonna have to take a subway like to get there.
Yeah. Oh, because there's like no Ubers over there, huh?
Yeah, and it's I don't literally have no idea what it's gonna look like there. Like I don't know why I feel like it's gonna be like it's kind of scary, bitch.
We don't know what we're getting ourselves into, but
No,
the
literally.
vibe is kind of funny though.
I know. Like I don't think we really know what's going on. We slept like all day yesterday. We went to a fucking. Don't even get me started on last night. That was like fucking so annoying.
Oh, y'all, we went to like this bar. I'm like, real quick, we'll just say it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, we went to this bar. It was like really cute. It was like in downtown, like Connecticut. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where I've been the past hours.
No.
But
Yeah. It's literally New Haven, Connecticut. So it's where like Yale University is.
so we go over there and we're like excited. We're like ready to get drinks and everything. And then we pull up to the spot, and then they weren't letting us in, but they were letting everyone else in.
Yeah.
They literally looked at us and like said us like some slurs and stuff. And then
No, it was like scary, y'all. Like that's why I don't really fuck with Connecticut because there's always some weird shit that goes on. Like we literally tried going into a club that was open till 2, or a restaurant that was open till 2. They said they closed at like 12:45. We're like, okay, we go to another club. We're like, let's just get a drink. We walk in. They're like, wait. We wait outside. Another guy, 2 guys come in. They're like, okay, come in. And then we try to go in. They're like, nah. So it's giving. Y'all know what it's giving.
yeah.
Also, like Oscar was wearing like a little faldita.
I was not wearing a
I'm
faldita.
kidding.
He swears, like, since I got here, that I'm like this like gay icon, like drag queen.
Wait, what? No, it's because guys, we're the gay
Drag queen.
icons of Connecticut. No, I'm kidding. I'm so dumb for
Bitch,
that
when
one.
we both were like, we're all laughing at each other.
Yeah.
We're like, what the fuck?
Wait, I wish I had another bagel. Oh,
Oh my
guys.
God, guys, I spent $1 on like hash browns, and there was only 4 hash browns in there. I was like, that's the.
Oh, Oscar was also trying to get me to get like.
You relax. Because I was like, oh, we should smell.
No,
we should
okay.
smell.
All Oscar had to say was like, "Oh, do you guys want to share this with me?" But Oscar was like, "Oh, do you know the new thing that's on the menu?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "The honey roasted bacon with the cheddar and the cheese." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "No, yes, I do bacon cheddar cheese up in the burgers and a little glazed donut." I'm like, "What a glazed donut?" And then he just kept asking it, and then he's like, "Oh," I was like, "If you want to get it, just get it." Like, I don't know why he needed our permission to get
But then
it.
I ended up just getting little hash browns, and there was only 4 in there.
No, yeah, but whatever. Anyways, guys. Okay, this is cute because I feel like if anything, we can like film another quick little podcast
Like,
after New York. Oh my gosh, this could be part 1, and then we can combine it with part 2,
Oh.
and then we can like talk about the.
If there's no
after-
part 2, that's gonna be so funny for this.
No, there could be. I think there will.
Yeah, I think I'm down. We still have
Okay.
a lot of time from like when you guys drop me off at the airport.
Okay, see. Well, guys, thank you guys for watching this. We're literally about to get to New York, and also this is getting pretty packed now, so we're gonna move our stuff so people can sit with us. But
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys on the next one.
thank you for watching the
And-
Be So For Real
And
pod.
always be so for real.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back to the
Be
So For Real.
pod.
you not be able to look.
No, I know you like want me to look or something, guys. I'm driving Oscar to the airport right now.
At
We're just gonna have a
5:30
little
in the
talk.
morning.
Is it 5:30?
Nah, just kidding. It's like bitch by 5. Leaves at 5.
Oh wait, yeah, it's like or no, it's like 3:30 in the morning. Something. I don't know. But we had a long ass weekend together. Oscar was only here for like 3 days, but we have a lot to catch up on. And also, we did say we were gonna start the podcast like this is the part 2, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna connect it with the
Yeah.
first one, yeah. So it's like this is perfect timing, perfect debrief on the way to the airport. Oscar's been talking about some scary ass shit. Now I'm freaking out.
So guys, I don't know why it got into me like very last minute right now. Just start talking about some spooky stuff.
No, literally, and I'm like scared for that.
And we just you started it. You started with your scary story.
Okay, well, no, okay, so I'm literally driving right now in the middle of nowhere in Guilford, Connecticut. Oh, no, in Connecticut, especially, guys, like, there's nothing here. There's nobody here. It's just scary, especially driving at night. So I'm already feeling the weird vibes. And then I just told Oscar a scary story that just emphasized everything. He talked about his scary stories and everything. It honestly makes me feel like kind of like iconic that like we still have like podcast conversations off the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where's that? Oh, please. I'm just scared about the whole light situation, but I think it's fine, right?
No, so Pablo thinks like you can't have your lights on, but that's like a whole parent narrative.
Like
That-
he
that
was saying that
creative.
that's like the Mexican narrative or the Mexican fake narrative where the parents are like, "Oh, you can't have the lights on because we're gonna get pulled over in the car."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Wait, my Colombian parents did that too."
No,
What you
because
trying to say?
you can even say that. Like you should shit up on TikTok and literally like it's not illegal to have your lights on.
It's not illegal.
Yeah, well, it's not. Like you can have your lights on. It's fine.
Well, my like whole conspiracy was always that like it makes it harder for the people behind you to see. But I don't think that's true.
What the hell?
But I don't know. But I remember I was so scared about that narrative. Did you ever get pulled over, or have you ever gotten pulled over?
Yeah, I've pulled over once.
For what?
Um,
What?
so this
What?
is so embarrassing. well, not pulled over, but the cops did. Well, it kind of is like the cops just pulled up to my window.
Yeah.
So me and this guy were talking, and
It's always when you're like having a sneaky link.
yeah, I know. And usually, like, I can't with the whole like doing it in the car narrative. It's like too much. Like, I don't want to do
What do you
it.
mean doing in the car now?
Like having sex or
oh my
like
gosh, is that a police? Oh, it's a
giving him.
police. Act like you're looking for something. Bitch,
They're not gonna say anything.
bitch, I don't know. I get like the whole narrative. It scares me.
Okay, Pablo's scared. That's fine.
Okay, sorry, keep going.
But what are they saying?
Oh, you're talking about the story about how you got pulled over by the cop.
Oh yeah. So like we were just in like this nice cute view. It was like this really cute view on the hill, and we were just like posted up there, and then out like I was feeling horny, but not to the point where I was like I wanted to have sex, especially because it's in the car. Like I just can't. Like I don't want to do all that.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah, when then like the buckle like goes up your ass and shit.
yeah, it's like
The seat buckle.
like is he fucking me or is my car fucking me?
You're
Like,
so funny.
like
bitch.
I don't know like what's going on.
You're like,
But
whoa. Oh,
I was
that's the
like,
seat
oh
buckle.
shit.
One
I
second.
was like, wait a second. So we like I was just giving him a head. It was late as fuck, and it was like this hill was like very like just by itself, you know. So
Yeah,
like
secluded.
I wasn't tripping of like because there's usually no cars too. So out of nowhere, like I just see these like red and blue lights turn on, and they were like, and I was like, I was like, put on your pants, like, hurry the fuck up, like,
Yeah.
hello. And it's like sweating, like the windows are all foggy.
Oh my gosh.
And then he's like, hello. And he's like, what are you guys doing? And I was like, oh, sorry, like it's just been a tough. Like I just made it seem like I was crying because my eyes were already like red.
Oh yeah, that's literally like the first thing to always do when you get pulled over, is just start crying or like make it look like you're crying.
Yeah, so I told him I was like, oh, sorry, it's just been tough, like the past few days, like, and I just need like a debriefing moment. And he was like, okay, like it's fine, like, but I can't have you parking here. And I was like, okay, I understand. So,
Wait, that was it?
but yeah,
That's the only time you got pulled over?
Yeah.
Really?
I have really good luck with cops.
Bitch, I feel like I've gotten pulled over like 10 times.
That's why I'm not tripping with like cops because I've never get like.
I'm not
pulled
tripping.
over.
I'm cool with them. Weird flex, but okay.
Oh, remember the guy that I went to the SZA concert with that I don't talk to anymore?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't care. I'm like I need to spice this podcast up.
No,
by
I
the
know.
way.
I'm like, okay. Name drop, boom.
No, literally, I don't care. But so what was it? What was it? Okay, so
You're literal ADHD as me.
my ADHD is like begging with
It's me on a Tuesday.
No, literally, especially because like
Why is there a stop sign on the highway? What in the fucking suburban?
no, literally, what in the Connecticut?
No, I'm scared. Anyways,
So we had gone to this beach place like very last minute, and we were like, okay, whatever. And then I hate driving. Driving is not for me. Like
me too. I hate it.
if I could avoid driving,
Wait, but
like,
you seem to like it.
no, bitch, it's just that you never want to drive, so I always have to end up driving.
Okay. Ooh.
Always.
Here we go again.
Bitch, dang it.
You take it. I thought I learned and I changed.
No, but we ended up going to the beach. Like it was like again 2, 3 in the morning, and then he was like, "Oh, like if you want, I can drive." And I was like, "Okay, cool, like whatever." So he's driving my car,
Yeah.
and I had my Cane's hat in the back, and then we get pulled over because he didn't make a full stop at a stop sign. I was like, "Oh, you're so stupid."
Did he get in trouble?
So they go up to the window. Like one goes up to my window, one goes to his window.
Oh my god.
And they're like, when I was like, "Oh fuck, we're fucked." And I thought it was Loki because I had gone out of my. I just was feeling the vibes, so I just got out of my what is this called? My sunroof.
Oh, you were like peeking out of the sunroof?
Yeah, apparently you can't do that. But I'm like,
Yeah,
what's the sunroof for? I'm like,
yeah, what is it for then?
Yeah.
Like to fucking like have the sun go through? I don't
no,
fucking know.
I don't know. But and then I thought it was for that, but they ended up telling us like that we didn't make a full stop, and then he got like very like scared, thinking like he was gonna get a ticket. But then the cops were like, "Oh, you guys work at Cane's?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh, so
And
they're
then
like, hey, give me
like-
free drive at Cane's.
Yeah.
He's like, can you put my music on Cane's radio? So guys, we always make that joke because we have a friend, and Oscar one time got his song on the literal Cane's radio like throughout the entire United States, and it's just so funny. I literally think that's why he has so many Spotify streamers. I'm not gonna lie. Because like, how do you have 800 followers on Instagram and like 3,000 streamers? Like,
Yeah.
let's be so for real. But no, bitch, literally like pulling over. Like I've gone pulled over so many times.
What's
Not
like your
like-
scariest one? Like you were like, "Oh shit."
I mean, I'll do like a couple of different ones, but like the first one, like okay, so the first one was pretty recent. I was chilling in Beverly Hills.
A bitch.
Just went on a cute little date. And I was getting head in the car.
Oh.
And then I don't know where 2 cop cars pull up, and they go. One goes on my car, and the other one goes to my significant other's car. And they were like, "What are you guys doing?" I don't know about their interaction, but for me, it was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just chilling. Like we just got back." And he's like, "Oh, you've been drinking in the car?" I'm like, "No." Keep in mind, guys, I had like maybe 100 freelance water bottles just like everywhere in my car because you guys know I love recycling. I don't even know like where to look, and I'm not looking or anything, but there was like 100 water bottles in my car because I always recycle. So they were like, "Oh, there's no alcohol in any of these bottles." I was like, "No, like I just like try to help the environment." And they're like, "Okay, you know your car is like extremely expired, right? Like extremely expired." I was like, "I'm sorry, like my registration, I guess." And then they're like, And then they started like kind of like looking in the car with like the flashlight. And he's like, "Oh, am I able to look in here real quick?" I was like, "Yeah." And then my ID was in the back. I was like, "Can I get my ID?" Because you know, like it's scary sometimes when you just like go back or whatever. And then we both got away with like a warning, which was iconic because both of our cars are like were unregistered at the time, or not unregistered. What is it called? Like insurance something. I don't fucking know. But
Like insurance fraud. I don't
no,
know.
no, no. It
I'm
was
moving.
something like just with a fucking car. Like I don't even know.
Okay.
So yeah, we got let off the loose, but that was a little bit scary. It was just awkward because I was literally getting head, and I was like semi hard when the cop was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Nothing."
The amount of times that has happened to me is so
No,
beyond me.
literally, oh my, I swear the cops always love to pull over a gay situation. Like, can we just like be like in
I'm like, if you
peace?
want to join, just say so. Like, let's be so
No,
for
let's be
real.
so fucking for real. But that was like nothing. Like that was just like a little moment. But I feel like a more intense time was probably when me going like this.
How we got sent back
I
to
mean, I think
Mexico.
that like in high school, I would like one time like pulled in super hot to like my high school parking lot because I was late, and then I like skidded on the rain and crashed like super hard into like a Mercedes Benz. And at the time, I literally didn't even know what the difference between like a Nissan and a fucking Lamborghini was. Like I'm so fucking dead ass. So tell me why I pull in, smash into this guy's car as he's in his fucking car, and he comes out. And immediately I'm like, why would you do that? Like, immediately start putting the blame on him. He's like, what? That was fully you. And I was like, okay, wait, you're kind of
Hi, it
right.
was you, liar.
No, I was like, oh, wait, okay, you're kind of right. So then he's like, oh, look, what are we going to do about this? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Do you want to fight or something? Like, why? He's like, what are we going to do about it? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Because I didn't know about insurance or nothing. So he called the police because I didn't like know what else to do about the
Yeah.
situation. And the police came, investigated the situation. I called my dad. I was like, "Pa, like, I'm so sorry. I crashed into a car. I was like crying or whatever." He's like, "What kind of car?" Like, I was like, "Oh, it's nothing. Like, it's just a normal car." And he's like, "Okay." Then like a month later, he found out it was a Mercedes, and we had to pay like $8,000 out of pocket to like fix the car because I like completely dented the car and everything.
Oh, so it was like a car accident.
Yeah, but it was like in a parking lot, and it was like
Yeah.
stationary type vibe. But like I just like pulled in super hot. And then I remember like I was standing in the pouring rain for so long. I like went into school like in the pouring rain. It was so awkward. And then he like everybody in my school, because it was a kind of small school, everybody knows when something happens. So everyone was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like everybody was like talking on that narrative shit.
Yeah.
And I just like couldn't deal with it. But honestly, it prepared me for all my scandals in life. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, that's so crazy. Okay, I feel like I didn't even like, because I've crashed into a car.
Oh,
Oh,
when?
well, not crashed into it. Like the car crashed into me.
Wait, so you didn't crash into it?
What? No, so a car was turning and it was like this nice. You know how it's like a guy car. It's like they lowered their rims and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh
I was like,
yeah.
oh, you relax.
Yeah.
But he was going fast on the college. Like you, why are you going 50 miles per hour on a college campus? Like
Yeah. That's
relax. Like
weird.
no one.
That's so weird.
You were hurrying up to class too fast.
Yeah.
So then I was at a stop sign, and then me being my little grandpa self, I was going like slow, like moved a little bit. He does a turn, and then we like ended up crashing. But
Ugh,
whatever.
that's like the worst thing. Crash. It's so inconvenient.
Yeah, and then but honestly, that I can admit that was not my fault. That was like very much like he should have just relaxed and like not driving so fast. It took they literally took Supermodel my car for 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, it was the same car. Oh yeah, because it was college experience. Oh my gosh, yeah. I just feel like the whole like school narrative, like ugh, I can't even think about it. Like literally, I remember that day. I was just like so annoyed when everybody was talking about it because like gossip, gossip. Ooh, good intersection trans. Wait, what? Good transition. Like in high school, like did you ever get involved in like any like chatter, like any
A
drama,
lot,
or like
yeah,
you did, like you were that
yeah.
person, or like do you think like okay, so tell me like one of the most dramatic moments in your high school narrative because I have so many.
I'll say the one where I got suspended.
Okay, which me too.
But okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I feel like my group of people were like the people that everyone would go to. Like I had the baseball team, like the boys. I had like the softball team. I had like a
Oh,
big,
you're saying your school?
yeah, like my group.
Oh, so you're like I got all the boys.
You know, I had like obviously the volleyball girlies and they're all like varsity. Like
Yeah,
I was on the swim team and the water polo team.
yeah.
So it was literally like all the teams, like this the sports combined into one table. So we would walk in all cut and like be like very like bougie or whatever. And but then there was this guy since middle school. I'm gonna say his name because I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
This bitch pisses me off. His name is Matthew Ayala.
Bitch's full fucking name.
I literally don't give a fuck because to this day, this bitch is like he has something wrong with him. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I'm scared.
So
Allegedly.
I'm like,
Like,
but since middle school, and I have literal proof of this, and my friends can all like alibi for me. Like since middle school, bitch, he would dress like me. He would literally do the same exact shit that I would do.
no way.
Like he would try to surround the people that I surrounded myself with.
Ooh.
And he was like, that was during middle school, and it wasn't super bad. But until I got to high school, when I would be like, wait, bitch, that's that entire outfit I wore the other day.
You're like those gray sweatpants with that black T-shirt. I wore it.
I'm like, that's mine. No, bitch, no, bitch. But like one example would be like I had like khakis, like
Yeah.
khaki joggers with like a Nike like sweater, and then I had like my little fucking I forgot what they were called. It's like those hype beast shoes.
Okay, yeah.
So I was just wearing those, and then literally like 2 weeks later, same exact outfit, and then everyone in high school was like, "Wait, like that's so funny. Like, is he trying to twin with you?" And I was like, "No, bitch, this has been going for so long."
Oh my god.
I changed
I'm
my
like,
Instagram.
The ego on this one.
No,
I'm kidding.
bitch. What
No,
the
I get
hell?
it. Like in your moment, you know, like obviously.
Yeah, and I had changed my Instagram username to my first and my last name, and it's like that during that one phase.
I got you changed his Instagram from his first to
No,
last.
but it's just small shit like that. It just
Yeah,
adds
I
up.
get it.
Just as an example, like it was just small shit like that. Like he would be adding up stuff, and I never said anything. I never confronted him. I never said anything to him. He would see me and he would act scared. He wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't say anything. So I was like, okay, whatever. It wasn't until I got so pissed off, and this is like made me like ache out, and like I was like, okay, now you're a psychopath. I've been on the swim team. I've been on the water polo team for the longest. He joins.
Oh. Okay.
So that throws me off, and then he starts trying to hang out with the people that I'm hanging out with. It's just like whatever. I'm not those people that's like good friends, whatever. Like whatever. If you want to like, but it started being really weird because he would say that he was in varsity, but in reality he wasn't in varsity.
Oh, okay.
And then like I'm like, bitch, I'm the one. Like you, and then we got to
I'm
paint.
the one. I'm the only one.
No,
don't even try to compete with me.
Bitch, you're making to a whole music video.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, like, and then we got to paint our curbs for our senior year, like our parking curbs.
Yeah.
And I painted mine with like varsity swim, and it's like very cute. And then he painted it, and I was like, who is telling him that he's on varsity?
Yeah.
Like the emails are saying like,
wait, that's so funny though, because that's like me when I was on like the football team. I was like varsity. I was like JV.
But anyways, no. And then it wasn't until one point where like rumors started going around that he was starting to say shit about like me and like how I'm very like high high ego,
like narcissistic.
You're narcissistic, and I was just being a bitch. And I was like, I'm like, no, I'm just very straight honest. Like I'll say it, whatever I'm thinking, I'll say it.
Yeah.
I don't have no filter.
Woo!
And then I got really annoyed. Keep in mind, our practices would go from like 6 p.m. until 12 a.m. Like
that's crazy. I feel like high school sports was like a whole different narrative that needs to be discussed.
No, because why are they so difficult, bitch?
Like, why do you have to put your entire like life and left leg into it? It's scary.
So, and then I was already over it. I had a headache. I was literally dying. And then that day in particular, I had heard so much shit that he had said about me, but I was like, okay, whatever. He goes up to me. Oh, no. So I'm like talking with my friend. Like we're just walking away. His lonely ass goes up, and like as I'm mid conversation that I'm talking to homegirl, he cuts me off and starts talking to her. And I was like, hello, I'm talking. What's your problem? And then he's like, what's your problem? You always have something to say.
Ooh.
And then I was like, literally, I don't know you. You're so irrelevant to me. I'm like, you're the one that's trying to beat me all the time. And then I started confronting him, and then I got so pissed off. I'm like, you're literally a fucking whale. Like, I don't even know how you even made it on the swim team. Like,
a whale? What?
Like, no, it's like you're literally like so like you have pounds on you. Like,
bitch.
Like, I was going off because
what the fuck?
No, because this bitch had a built up anger on me, and
yeah,
I'm usually
okay. We don't condone fat shaming ever.
I don't.
But I understand in a narrative when you're like,
yeah. No, I completely like I was like, okay, whatever. Like I in the moment I was like anger.
Yeah.
You know, but I was like so fucking pissed off, and then I was like, okay, whatever. Like, you go like deal with your own thing. And then, like I think I insulted him so much to the point where he just started walking by himself, and I was like, you look such like a lame bitch. But he was trying to say all this shit about me and being like, why the fuck would I want to be you? And I'm like, do you want me to pull up screenshots of all the shit that you was trying to copy?
I feel like everybody had that person that like was copying. I'm like, I've had that with my friends and everything. Where like, but then it's awkward when you're like you're copying me, and then you kind of feel like narcissistic a little bit. You're like, ugh, like, like, ugh, that's so ugly
Yeah.
to like say that somebody's copying me. But I get that, and then you build so much anger about them, even if it's like direct or not. You still build that resentment up to just like go off.
Yeah.
But woo, not even that drama though.
No, and then I had posted on my spam account, which had barely any followers. This is what's crazy. I didn't say any names. I didn't say anything.
I mean, well, now you
lit-
did.
I posted a spam post being like, "Ain't no way this dumbass bitch like got like had the audacity to like pull up on me and say all this stuff." The picture, he wasn't in the picture. It was like a picture of me and my friends, and the caption just said all of that.
Yeah.
The next day, I get called into the office and I get in school suspension. Everyone in the school was like, "Ain't no way!" Like Oscar got
Yeah.
suspended because like,
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot this is because you got suspended. I completely forgot. I was like, wait, where's the story? Oh my gosh, so you got suspended because of that?
yes, because
Oh my
it was considered
gosh.
cyberbullying.
Yeah. Bitch, that's crazy because literally earlier today I was thinking, like, yesterday I was going off on some for my own little fucking reasons, but going off, and then I didn't go off too hard. I didn't really say much, but I was about to be like, "You're fucking disgusting and ugly," and then, but like my like subconscious from like high school was like, "I'm gonna get in trouble for that." Like I thought I was gonna get like it's crazy that like in high school you would get punished for like confronting someone or like talking shit about someone, but now in the real world it's like you talk shit, you either mean that shit and like wear it with your chest or like you get hit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like so I feel like that's kind of weird now.
Yeah,
But damn bitch, so how long did you get suspended for?
it was for like it was in school suspension because I was like
Oh,
telling
that's
them I
not
was like,
that.
"You guys like, let's be so for real."
Yeah.
So and then honestly, I thought I was so scared. It ended up being such a funny story because I ended up walking into in school suspension. Everyone was like telling me like, "Oh, why are you like?" They started like
Yeah, I
asking,
know.
"Why are you in here?" Some girl was like, oh, "I got pregnant in the girls' restroom." I was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, I started doing
Oh
drugs,
my Oscar is like the
and then
fucking talk, all the rumors are going
no,
around.
literally, and then there's me. I'm just like, so yeah, I just
Like I called
cyberbullied.
someone a whale.
That's all I did.
Bitch, no, fuck that. No, but I get it. Like the reason why I was suspended as well is because, bitch, we all went through our bullying era. Like, let's be so fucking for real. Like, it's so ugly. It's not cute. It's giving insecure the house, but like, it happens. And well, actually, this was so different. I admit I've been a bully in the past,
I
but
just feel like
this
it
is
like not like letting yourself down, your guard down is not bullying.
no,
Like
yeah, and
if
like
people are
defending
like,
yourself isn't
yeah,
bullying. So basically, like for my scenario, like I was on the football team with like a bunch of jocks and everything, and like I was very like intimidated. I was also very persuaded. Oh, where am I going? I was persuaded very easily by like what people would say and everything. So literally, one day we were all hanging out on the field playing football, whatever, and one of the like older jocks, like one of the captain, comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, like I dare you to go grab turf and like put it on this person's head." And I was like, wait, what? So I didn't end up doing it right away because I was confused. But then I saw that he was telling other people in my grade to do it, and they all started doing it. So unfortunately, like I caved in and like I did it. So like I put it like on his head or whatever. I don't know. And like I love this guy. Like he's so nice, so sweet. But he was the person that would kind of get like picked on.
yeah.
So I did it as a joke, and if anything, I was the one who was more a joke because we were friends. Like we've had sleepovers before. Like this was a friend of mine, not a friend, but this was somebody that I wanted to like know. Like I'll be here for you. Like everybody was mean. Like okay, so in all honesty, this person was like very bullied in my school, and like I've always kind of been friends with like people like that, especially like when I was out. Like I was more so a bully like in middle school and like elementary school, and then in high school, like I felt really bad about all that, so I like was friends with the people that were bullied. Um, I was also like terrified about like a bully like one day like losing and just like killing. Like I don't know. Like I was like I don't. I knew how
But that's
much
reality though.
it's
Like
reality, and I knew how much bullying affected me throughout my whole life to where it made me feel like I needed to bully people. So I was like, yeah, no, this isn't happening anymore. But unfortunately, that one day, like I did it. I didn't think it was bullying because this was somebody that like had slept over. Like we were friends or whatever.
yeah.
Anyways, the coach saw or whatever. The next day, apparently, like it was reported. Tell me why, bruh. Out of like 14 of the kids that did it, I was the only one that was suspended and the only Latino suspended.
What the
Only one.
heck?
Only everyone else was let off the hook. I was the only one, and it was the most obvious thing. Everybody already knew that my school was extremely racist. But it was one of the most visible things ever. I got suspended, I think, for 5 days. 5 days
Oh
for
my
doing essentially
god.
nothing. And the
Yeah.
person was even like, Pablo, why Pablo? Like like why him? Like not him.
Yeah.
Like he literally said names, and none of them why because they're white. They were white. Like whatever. So I got suspended for 5 days. They told me that I could either get suspended for 5 days or go to therapy,
What
like
the
in school
hell?
counseling, and I would only be suspended for 2 days. So obviously I did that. But also I was a little bit like degenerate at the time. Like I was talking back, being crazy. I was like a lot. So I think that's like what they were doing more so. But yeah, I got suspended my freshman year. I thought my life was like over. Like I literally thought I was never gonna go to college or anything. But
Also too, because
I dropped out.
it would make it seem like, oh, it's considering your record forever.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy that well, it's honestly good to get suspended for bullying, but it's crazy that you could get suspended for like talking shit. Like, which I get because now it's like in the real world, like people talk shit all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. High school was like a whole fucking fever dream, fever blur for me. Oh wait, can I tell you one story about my
Yeah.
football experience? Did I tell you about that time about my football experience when I embarrassed myself in front of the whole school?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't remember.
Okay, so I'll say it really quickly. But basically, I was on the football team. I did it to be cool. I didn't really care about the fucking football narrative at all. One
I was just
day
there for the boys.
for like 2 weeks into not 2 weeks. I'm sorry, like probably like 2 to 3 months into the whole football narrative, it was our first football game or like our second football game or something. I had not been practicing the plays. I had no idea what the plays were. So basically in football, like the coaches will make specific plays and then like when you're on the field they'll like put some like hands up in the air and everybody
Yeah.
like has to know what that means and know where to run and everything.
Yeah.
We were supposed to practice those. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just there to like be cool and popular. So one day was our first football game for like JV or whatever. We go to like this football field. It's a packed football field, right? A very important game for all of us. We go. I'm just fucking around with my friends. I'm just like laughing on my phone or whatever. Literally have my football outfit like on the sidelines of this football field. My coach is like, Pablo, go out. Pablo, go out. Like I don't know where. I think it's because somebody like one of the other tight ends, which was my position, he got hurt. So randomly he's like, Pablo, come out, come out. And I was like, wait, what? Come out, come out. Literally out of nowhere. So from like 1 second to another, I was literally pushed on this football field. And I remember like somebody putting on my helmet. Guys, I didn't even know how to put on my helmet. Like I had no idea how to literally play fucking football. And I get pushed out on this field. Next thing I know, I'm standing on like the fucking like yard line, whatever it's called, looking at hundreds of people watching us on this field, looking at all these fucking jocks, like, huh, huh, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, I see my coach do some fucking hand motion in the air. I had no idea what that meant. And keep in mind, this was like towards the end of the game. They would not have put me in unless that guy, like, they only put me in because that guy was hurt. So, towards the end of the game, we were already winning. And I think that's also why he put me in because he's like, whatever, Pablo, like, can't fuck it up that bad. Guys, when he did that hand motion, I had no idea what to do. I had no idea where to run. All I remember is him doing it, the whistle blowing, and this big ass man in front of me charging towards me. I was scared. I was small. I was like 5'2", fucking like 100 pounds. I stay in the same spot, like shivering, like shaking my legs. This guy just comes, picks me up, and throws me across the fucking field, bro. Like throws me across the field. Like I had so much fucking height to that fucking throw, bro. It was so embarrassing. Like everybody saw it. I remember everybody being like, and I don't know. And then the whistle blew, and the coach had got me off the field, whatever, and everybody was pissed. Why? Because apparently it was like the last game point, and they scored and they won, and I was the reason why we lost. Like literally, I was the reason why we lost. And to be honest, it was at a different school, so it wasn't as embarrassing because it wasn't everybody, but people were still talking about it. Cut to me on the bus on the ride home, like laughing with all my friends, not giving a fuck. And one of the older seniors was like, Pablo! And everyone on the bus like, shut up. He's like, do you not care what you just did? And I was like, no. And he was like, that's the problem. Ah! And then everybody was like super pissed. And then the coach was like, nobody talk. And I was like, y'all are so dramatic.
Ew.
And then I didn't go to like practice for like a couple of days, and then I just went back. And it was fine. But yeah, that was like so fucking too much for me. Like, ugh, the whole narrative of like everybody talking about it in school afterwards. I just like can't with that narrative, you know.
Yeah.
But with that, have you ever like had um like a high school bullying moment, like a quick little high school bullying moment where like you were bullied, or were you never really bullied?
I don't think I ever was bullied. Yeah. I think I just always like, again, I'm very like open with like what I did have my phone stolen like 3 times. This guy from New York came to like my middle school, stole my phone like so many times.
You live in fucking California. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So wow, you like never like you can't really like say like, oh, I was bullied in high school.
No, I again like for majority of my time in like school, I was like kind of like in that popular scene.
But like,
and then when I came back from,
but like you were obviously gay, right?
Yeah.
Did nobody care?
It's because like, it was like a predominantly like progressive school, like it's like Asian school.
Oh, mine was the opposite, right?
So
yeah,
it's like very diverse, like very like Like if you're like you'd want to be gay because like, everyone's like, oh shit, like imagine having a gay friend or something.
Oh, really? Oh, bitch,
Yeah.
that was the opposite of my school. I literally walked into my fucking gym one day as there was thousands of people fucking in there for my school, and all these people were like, faggot! Oh, sorry. Well, wait, I don't know why I like got scared about saying that.
Bitch,
Like, I don't know. I was like,
bitch,
did
you
I say
literally
that?
don't.
But they were all like, blah, 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 like calling me that, like crazy. Like, everyone's like laughing. I'm like, ah, but like me, like at the time, like I would get bullied, but like I love the narrative. I was like, thank you, thank you. And like one day I went to another football game, walked across the bleachers to get to my seat, and these literal jocks, I love calling them jocks as they were like 17-year-old, like 5'6" guys that were just like
Twins.
4 inches taller than me.
Yeah.
But I remember like they were standing on the top of the bleachers and I was at the bottom, and they're like, yo, Pablo. And I look up and they spit on me, bitch. Spit on me in front
That's
of
what I mean.
everyone. The cops saw it and did nothing. The teacher saw it, did nothing. Everybody just let it happen because once again, they don't care about fucking anyone except for white people at my school.
Yeah.
And it's like really unfortunate. But bitch, I got bullied some boots. Like one day I'm gonna need to fucking like do an episode about that
Yeah.
and like what the whole narrative of bullying means, what it teaches you, like how you grow, whatever. But I think it was always because I did musically, and people always were kind of like jealous, low key, that like I was making money at a young age.
Yeah.
And I would literally walk around school, bitch. Keep in mind, I literally could have, I might as well have had a fucking sign on my head that said bully me because I would walk around school with my phone out with like, I was lit, like, I would have 8,000 people on my live concurrent, like on the live, 8,000 people, and I just walk around school on live, like being so crazy. And like me and my friends would do all these pranks. Like one time, literally, my friend Jalen, she was so funny. She had a broken iPhone and she would bring it to school, and then like I would like record her on my lives, and she would like bump into random people in school and like drop her phone by accident and act like it just shattered because like the phone that she had was like broken, like crazy shattered, and she'd like bump into someone lightly and drop it and be like, oh, and they'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, and pick it up for her, and they'd see that it was like shattered, and she'd be like, I like start crying in front of them. It was so funny.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I was like a prankster, like fucking crazy, bro. Like people, like one time I started a food fight, like ugh, so much crazy shit happened, but definitely a vibe. Oh my gosh, guys, we're literally almost at the airport.
Oh my gosh.
We're like 10 minutes away.
I
It's
feel like
gonna
we
be
should
quick.
end it off with like what we did for New Year's.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna say like just like recap the whole New Year's New York experience.
I'll do. Okay.
No gosh, because I got some shit to talk about.
So honestly, New York is fun. I think it's just definitely different. It's like I was expecting the WeHo scene at New York, like it's just a strip, but it's like different clubs everywhere, and it's like very different. And we walked into this bar, and it's just all filled with lesbian girls,
No,
which
literally, love them to
love
death.
lesbian girls. But I was
It
ready to
was
get
so
like,
confusing though because we looked up like gay bar, right? Guys, there was not one guy in there, not one guy. And Oscar wanted a New Year's kiss, so there was not one guy in. I was like shocked. I like because I feel like the lesbian scene in LA isn't that big, and
yeah,
if it is, it's more normalized to where like girls are just bi or whatever, you know.
yeah.
So like it's never really like that, but like it was just us in there, and it was fun or whatever. But we stayed for a little bit, and then we went to another place. But yeah, keep going. Sorry.
That ended up turning out to be $100. The next place that we went to was like
Yeah, we
hundred
paid a
dollars.
$100 to get into a fucking club, you guys. Like, I've never paid that much to get in anywhere, but it was New Year's, it was New York, and it was open bar. So I think to that extent it was worth it. But we got too drunk. Lewis blacked out. Oscar almost blacked out. I was like
Yeah, because
messy.
open bar.
The open
Yeah.
bar, guys, we had like 6 tequila sunrises in the matter of like an hour and 20 minutes because we wanted to get our money's worth.
And I had a hot cocoa like
Yeah, a
margarita.
hard cocoa margarita. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I was
okay.
like,
Like,
but overall, I think we had fun. I
well,
enjoyed.
I'm just gonna say for me personally, this is how I saw it. I had fun. I got to vibe with Lewis and Oscar. I think we had fun. It was very packed. It was obviously New Year's. We weren't able to go into Times Square, but we did walk around. We just had like fun moments with ourselves, and it was kind of one of those moments like you really don't have to have things open to have fun because things did close early on New Year's. But for me personally, there was this one person that tried me,
Oh,
and I just feel like I can talk about it because why not? And I'm not gonna say specifics or anything, but basically, I hung out with somebody. We all hung out with somebody that I'm not really friends with or anything. I was very grateful, like to have this person show us around or whatever. But then at the end of the night, this person got a little bit drunk or whatever, and we went to a pizza place across the club. And tell me why I was outside doing my own thing for a little bit. I didn't even know that they were like eating inside of the pizza place. Oscar was with them or whatever. I walk in a little bit late, right? Not knowing what's going on. I see one of the friends, that's not my friends, but one of the friends in the group that we were hanging out with, and I see that they were standing up. So I felt bad. I was like, oh my gosh, they're standing up. So I don't know if you remember, I literally got them a chair. I got them
Yeah.
a chair. I was like, oh, here, sit. And they're like, oh, thank you. At this point, everybody was in there. Everybody was sitting except for me. So I'm looking around this little restaurant that we're in for another chair, and I don't see a chair. I see one right there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna grab it. But then I see it's like with another table. So I'm like, oh hi, like is anybody sitting here? The people were so rude. They were like, yeah, someone's sitting there. Someone's like not super rude, but they gave me attitude. I was like, oh, okay,
But it's like
sorry.
entitled
It was like
attitude.
entitled. I was like, oh, okay, sorry. That's another thing. I feel like people in New York are a little bit entitled. Not gonna lie, especially in the Manhattan area that we were at, like Hell's Kitchen or whatever. But
We got like hate crime the entire night,
no,
y'all.
like it was so much, guys. But what was I gonna say? Okay, yeah. So I like was like, oh, okay, sorry. And then the person who was sitting in the chair was like yeah, I'm sitting here. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm sorry. So then I turn around and I just end up like sharing a chair with somebody that we were sitting at our table. And I look at, it was me, Oscar, and Lewis, and then I see like the other people that we were with, like the other friends, and I look at everyone. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that was so awkward. Like I'm like, okay then, like okay, I don't know what I said, but I was like, oh okay then. And then this person in that group is like, oh yeah, you just got bitched at. And then I was like, oh, haha, whatever, whatever. And they're like, yeah, that would never happen to me. Nobody would ever try to like come at me like that. Once again, I'm like, ha ha ha. And then they're like, yeah, like you for real. And then his friend was like, oh, relax. And he's like, no, for real. Like he got bitched at because that's the type of person he is. Like he lets people bitch at him, but nobody would ever. I'm like, I don't fucking even know you. Like, why are you continuing to go?
Yeah.
Like, I get a joke, but now you're dragging it. And then he was getting disrespectful with it. And he was being like, no, I'm just saying that like everybody here knows me and like and I was like, all right, boy,
Which is all
okay.
false. Let's
I
be
was
so
like,
for
all
real.
right, whatever.
Most of
So
the things that he was telling us to do, like,
no, literally when we were in the club, he was like, oh, just tell the bouncer you know me and blah blah. We tell the bouncer, they're like, I have no idea who that is. Like that's like me saying like, oh, tell the bouncer at Mickey's, tell the bouncer at Beaches that they don't fucking know me. Yeah, I go
yeah,
there, but they don't fucking know me.
yeah,
So like it was just dragged on or whatever. Um, and then at that point, I felt disrespected. So I was like, I literally got up. I was like, respectfully, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna get my stuff from your house and I'm gonna leave. And they were like,
yeah.
wait, what? And I was like, I feel uncomfortable now. You made me feel uncomfortable. And they're like, wait, what? And then it turned into like this whole argument. They're like, oh, guys, not the thing. Is this still recording?
Yeah.
So and then basically they were like, I was like, they're like, why? I was like, because you literally are being disrespectful to me. They're like, is it departures or arrivals? And they're like, I never said that. I never said that. Kind of just gaslighting me or whatever. I was like, all right, let's be so fucking for real. Like you did say that. And then all of the friends, I was like, okay, we're just gonna go. Honestly, I do appreciate what like I do appreciate honestly like like what it was. What I appreciate what it was for what it was, but I don't appreciate the weird attitude because at the end of the day, if you don't know somebody, it's really easy to make somebody feel uncomfortable, and that's why we left early. But we had a really good night. They were fun. We had a good vibe. I just think unfortunately when you get drunk, sometimes it's easier to like be more direct and rude. And I'm not from New York. I'm from LA. I don't need to be with people that are going to be rude to me. So we
Exactly.
kind of just like exited the situation. And yeah, but we had a good time. We partied, we vibed, we met people. We went to rooftops, we clubbed, we drank, we went to a dispensary, we saw Times Square, we went shopping, we got some food. Really good experience. But now we're at the airport, you
Is
guys.
this one out?
Is it Delta?
Yeah,
Are you in first class again?
yeah.
Bitch, you're so fucking rich. It's like crazy.
Just like
But
part.
guys, now the New York narrative is over. Very chaotic experience, you guys. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Oh my gosh! Also, guys, wait one second. I literally
Oh,
got stuck in an elevator. I don't think you guys understand. I got stuck in a fucking elevator. I literally. Let me just say this real quick. We're parked right quick. I literally got stuck in an elevator in New York City in a janky ass apartment complex on the 22nd floor. Me and Lewis by ourselves, both of our phones at like 2%. I was freaking out. Lewis was freaking out. We were stuck in there for like 40 minutes. I was calling Oscar, crying, begging for him to go back to the concierge and asking them what to do. Oscar went down. They had no idea what to do because it was 5 a.m. on New Year's Eve or on New Year's. Everyone's asleep. Everyone's drunk. Whatever,
yeah.
whatever. Guys, literally, we're going up to the 22nd floor. It just goes boom, and it starts going ding. We got stuck in there. I was freaking out. I had to take off all my fucking clothes because I was so hot. I couldn't breathe, anything like that. And that was just so chaotic. And that was like after that whole argument happened. So like it was even more of a reason for me to like feel like, oh, sorry for burping. It was like another reason for me to feel like I should need to get out of there. I want to be very clear. I really like the people we met. Like I like some of the people we met, and I like the vibe. I think that at the end of the day, um, if your personality is being rude or if your personality is being like
Entitled.
entitled, it's okay to be fun. It's okay to be CUNC sometimes. It's okay to like have that narrative. But like, if you don't know somebody and you're like making them uncomfortable, don't be surprised when they want to leave. I'm across the country right now. You know, my house is across the country, and you made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we had a good time. New York was fun. I'm glad you came.
I know. I even ended up staying a little bit
Yeah,
longer
Oscar
in New
stayed
York.
by himself longer because I needed to get the fuck out of there, to be
Yeah,
honest. So I left at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. With Lewis, and Oscar stayed by himself, had a little romantic moment.
I did. It was really cute.
Till like 2 p.m., met a little boy. Ah, I'm kidding.
A bitch? He was straight. Ah, you're like,
He's still
all
boy.
right, all
I'm
right
like, it's a
then.
win for you.
I'm like, you got something.
Um, but bitch, yeah, you
But
better
New
run.
Year's, new
New
beginnings,
Year's,
and
new beginnings.
we're excited to keep this podcast going.
Yeah, we're
Aim
gonna
for new
keep
beginnings,
going,
new
and we're gonna
things.
keep traveling, guys. We're gonna keep taking, every bad situation, just making it good for what it was. Every person we meet is a lesson. Every like negative interaction we have is a blessing. It's good. We're happy. I don't want it to be like to sound like we hated the New York experience. Like I
Yeah,
didn't. A lot of chaotic stuff happened at the end, but that's how it always fucking works in the
yeah.
city. So on that note, goodbye.
Wait, we should say bye to the podcast.
I
How?
know, but it's like you gotta
Ah,
eat first.
oh.
Um, I'll
Everyone in the
see you in
podcast right now is like,
LA. Yeah, they're like,
all right,
okay.
y'all.
But guys, thank you guys for watching.
We'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Yeah.
Hasta luego.